I've been under your care, daddy, like a little toy. You've been flipping me, but I'm still riding, such a big boy. You say you keep it simple, but you like it like I do. And no, it's nothing difficult, baby boy, you get me so excited. For the ride, bouncing up and down, ticking clock, keeping time. Boy, you said a minute, but I'll give another 5. When you're trying to hit it, boy, you know I'll never lie. That I gotta get mine, get mine. I'll be the best, you'll be impressed. Give me a test, now let the rest. Let me confess, I get mine. But I know I'm saving some for you if you want to. Lick it like a lollipop. Flip it, wanna get it from the top. I miss it, make that lollipop. Let me confess, I'm not like the rest. Lick it like a lollipop. Flip it, wanna get it from the top. I miss it, make that lollipop. Let me confess, I'm not like the rest. Ungetaka nimpe nani, basi kuja ongea nami. Mina ngoja ufike ni saa moja. Nikikuonyesha kile unapenda, mina sema leta. Hiyo nama itafika bila drama. Mina keep up your pace, ukivuka hiyo lane. Hatuwezi kukosana even if you need another. I can be your lover, baby boy, cause I gotta get mine, get mine. I'll be the best, you'll be impressed. Give me a test, now let the rest. Let me confess, I get mine. But I know I'm saving some for you if you want to. Lick it like a lollipop. Flip it, wanna get it from the top. I miss it, make that lollipop. Let me confess, I'm not like the rest. Lick it like a lollipop. Flip it, wanna get it from the top. I miss it, make that lollipop. Let me confess, I'm not like the rest.
It's that time of the week where the hottest Kenyan millennials jazz up your afternoon with their refreshing live talk show. You are now tuned in to the 254 Millennial Talk.
It's not even my birthday.
They are now.
Yeah, of course.
Fairly short.
But the funny thing is, like EA were actually paying them more incrementally every few years as like the scene grows.
They were paying. Oh, really?
Yeah, see, bro, they licensed FIFA in the 90s. They weren't paying $150 million in the 90s.
They weren't. Yeah, that would be insane money for that time.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
you
weren't
right.
really making those sales.
Yeah, they weren't
We are live. We are live, boys.
So they're doing it incrementally now. FIFA started getting greedy. Now they started holding people by the collar.
Yeah.
We are live. We are live here. See.
Yes, sir.
Oh. So yeah, it's Bloody Actor here, guys, and welcome to the Actors Lounge. You know, as you can hear, my co-hosts are here, and you know, it seems they're ready to talk about this. But yeah, if you're listening to this, remember the show goes live every Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m. East African time, or GMT +3 for the people watching. Remember, this show is converted to a podcast, so if you want to listen to our lovely voices, be sure to do so on every podcast platform. And yeah, so I think you can also use my Skillshare. You can also use my affiliate link on Shuffle PCs to get yourself some discounts. But yeah, as you can hear, Hersi is in the building. I mean, he's no.
Yes, sir.
At this point, he might be as well be a co-host because he's been here so many times. But
I'm getting comfortable. Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, I always appreciate when you come around. You always have great insights.
It's always nice to be here.
And Slutty Bunny is back. I don't know where he was. I think he was hoeing around last weekend.
I was hoeing around. I was not hoeing around.
Were you working?
We do not do that here. Was I what?
You were working then?
No. Dude, I told you I was in Kajiado to scout some piece of land, so I got caught up. I tried to get back home. I think you called me then.
We are setting up shop in Kajiado, so
We are setting up shop in Kajiado. I don't think not
so
anytime soon. You should go to Kajiado and see how things are.
But yeah, man.
Quite far, by the way.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. So let's get on over. Let's get on with this. Sorry. Okay, sometimes I notice I speak quickly and I mix up my words. So let's get on with this. If you probably do not know, obviously I'm sure you've heard the word FIFA somewhere. If you live somewhere there's electricity and there's a PlayStation, or it's just a general. I think if you follow football, you just know what FIFA is probably. And EA, who is a game publisher, was the official publisher for its football game under the name FIFA. So that has been there for like over 20 years. Since which one was the first FIFA? FIFA 98?
Oh, sometime in the no. I think it was 96 or some shit. Before there was one before the World Cup.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
I remember 98. I had that on PC.
98. Oh, the one that even had Kenya.
Yeah. It had everything, bro. The indoor court, all of that.
Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah, so crazy. FIFA is a long-running franchise. It's one of those games that transcends even. Maybe this is like the argument for who is a gamer, who is not actually a gamer. But FIFA is like if someone says they're playing FIFA, if you're an actual like gamer, like a geek gamer, like someone who's on Discord stuff, I don't think you will consider like a casual guy is playing FIFA like such like a very like a gamer, right? Like they're more of a casual gamer, right? Like it's one of those games that you don't actually have to be very like geeky and techy with games for you to understand and play. And I mean, it's because of football, because football is a very popular sport. So FIFA inherently inherits that from like the game it tries to emulate. It's just an easy game to understand. A lot of people play it, and it's just something that people do to wind down. It's like sitting down and watching movies, right? It's the same thing with FIFA. So it's been there. Its popularity is obviously, it cannot be doubted. But recently, as you know, EA was paying a license. You were saying, Hersi, you're saying the license fee was? It's Hersi, I'm Amanda. I had him mention 150 million per year for the license. But EA was paying apparently 150. I think Hersi has problems with electricity, so, or internet or something. I'm not sure. Wait, is he back? Okay, as he tries to sort out his mic. But I had, they were paying like 150. And then from the article I saw, let me look at references. I think I posted something there before. No, I did not. But I saw something in the lines of 1 billion. Like EA was being asked to pay 1 billion. But I think that was supposed to span, there's a specific time frame that 1 billion was supposed to cover. And I saw those figures and that was absurd, man. Like, let's see, EA split with from FIFA. Let's see. Let me pull up my desktop scene. Let's see. Have you, Martin Ross, get a generator for backup.
Hey, yeah, I need to do this.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, Steam limepotea tena?
Yeah, okay,
Kwani they keep wow. Ai. So they are like ni zile za kupotea kurudi. I hate that. That is so
Disco,
annoying.
bro. It's happened like this is the third time it's happened in the last 2 hours.
Jesus, that is so annoying. That is, yeah, but that is so annoying. Sorry for that. But yeah, Martin
Are you
Ross,
for?
I've seen you in the comment section. What's up? As you can see from the article, I'm looking at the screen. Let me post it and references as well, so that maybe the others can access them. But they're saying EA Sports recently made huge waves by announcing that one of its marquee series, FIFA, will be undergoing a major change in the near future. More specifically, this change is EA Sports dropping the FIFA branding in 2023 after Tilta, a world governing body football, demanded nearly 1 billion for the from the game developer and publisher to continue using its licensing on future products. At the end of the day, this change holds little weight over the product itself, as virtually every league, team, competition featured in the football game is privately owned and has its own licensing. That's a good point. So yeah, nearly 1 billion. That's absurd. Like, even for EA, we know EA has money, but imagine shelling out 1 billion for a license just to use a name. Like, isn't that mad? Slutty, what do you think?
1 billion.
Yeah,
1 billion is
nearly.
a lot.
Yeah, I mean, even for EA, bro, like, that is an absurd
I don't
amount.
think. It was the people asking for the money.
No, FIFA are the ones asking, demanding, like, nearly. From the article, they're saying if EA was demanding nearly 1 billion for.
What are you saying?
Not EA, sorry.
saying
I mean, FIFA was demanding nearly 1 billion from EA for EA to use the name FIFA.
use the name FIFA.
Yes. Practically, it's like
That's a lot
using.
of money.
Yeah, just for a name. Like, even.
That's
Like, that is.
116 billion Kenyan shillings.
Imagine.
It's a lot of money.
Just to use a name.
Just use a name.
Yeah.
I mean, if FIFA actually, I don't think they'll make. Yeah, I think they called their bluff. EA called their bluff. Maybe.
But I
Most
mean-
likely, EA has been doing video games longer than FIFA. Most
Yeah.
likely, and you know what happens in FIFA? It's just corruption and corruption. Most likely, EA knows how to run a business better than FIFA. So I think they made the right choice. I think that's absurd money. That is money so specific. Who asked for $1 billion of anything to do anything?
And I mean, even though EA has its own issues, I mean, set to know what it is, but of course, this is one of those things where you're like,
Oh, okay.
Huh? Even if EA has
It is
money,
not particularly
Jesus.
popular, yeah, or doesn't have a good name, but EA knows how to make like a very proper addictive video game. Look at FIFA.
FIFA is very good, by
So-
the way. Very good.
It's so polished. It's precise at times. It can be frustrating. They worked it. EA have the idea of making someone play their video game into a science. It's so good that they have a system for it, where they like the way you and I play Apex. It's set up in such a way we always come back to play it. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. That way we think it's a bit competitive. You know that system, or what do you call it? Matchmaking. It's also in FIFA. It's intelligent to such a good level that their games are they're like cocaine, man. Yeah. you have to
RC.
do it somewhere.
Oh, no, it's fine. So sorry, my cut off.
Yeah.
I wanted to know Hersi's thoughts on. Martin Ross is saying, I think Niju wanatengeneza almost 20 billion, but still 1 billion for a name. Martin Ross.
But that's besides the point. Like, okay, look, like, it's like I come to you right now, I tell you, bro, look, yeah, all I want is your name. I will. Funding, I just need your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't do anything. Let's keep it a buck. You couldn't do anything with your name in the gaming scene prior to this, and you still can't. It's not like you can literally say, you know what, I'll make more money than you. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. So it literally makes no sense. Even if they were being paid $1 million. Yeah. Yeah. Just a
It's
million.
a lot of money, man.
It's no. It's the
Million
point
is
is
still-
the point is
Yeah.
FIFA are not in the game dev industry. They're being paid hundreds of millions of dollars just to license their name, nothing else. Not their facilities, nothing, just their name. Not only are they getting free promotion, their brand is also being cemented as it,
Yeah.
right?
In soccer.
So just because I make even if I make 3 trillion, how can I demand more when all you've got from me is my name and I'm literally charging you 150 million a year for my name and you still want more money? Like, it's unreasonable.
Yeah.
The thing is, even their statement is what killed me. Yeah, they say, and you guys realize FIFA isn't even a good game. like EA Sports FIFA is not a good game, right? But the problem is it's the best in the market. That's the issue. It's not good by any means. Yeah.
Wait,
But it's just the
doesn't
best.
that
There's
make
no
it
better
good?
alternative. What?
What you just say, doesn't it make it good?
No, it doesn't. If you look at the game in itself, it's not good. Like
What you
the
just say
servers are
it's not
shit.
good, but it's the best in the market.
Yeah, because the rest are worse.
What?
You don't get me?
I think you've tickled
No, I heard you, but
Slatty's
you are
brain.
literally describing what being good is.
Okay.
You're saying-
would you consider a game with chill, would you consider a game with bad servers, bad matchmaking, atrocious UI a good game?
What compared to the other games?
Not comparing.
Are the other
in
games
itself.
worse?
In itself.
No, you
Would
can't
consider
compare
that a
something
good
to
game?
itself.
What? By the standards of every other game on the market. We know what game servers should be like. We're not comparing it to yourself, we're comparing it to a standard. If you have bad servers compared to every other game that you play online,
Okay.
it has bad servers. But everyone else in the FIFA, in the football, in FIFA's bracket, which is football,
Slatty's
quote-unquote
brain has
simulators,
just been tickled.
yeah, is worse. That doesn't make FIFA a great game by any means, objectively speaking, but it's the best that we have. I could literally make a laundry list of everything wrong with the game. Yeah? But the problem is it's the best. Now for FIFA to come out and say, yeah, well, we're going to make a football game that's like better than whatever EA are doing, it's unreasonable and it just goes to
Wait,
show...
did they say that? Did
They
say they're going
did.
to make
They
a better
did. They
video?
made a
Oh,
statement.
shit.
They'll make
okay.
FIFA will make the best football simulation. Now the problem with that is I don't think they realize how much of how
Yeah,
bad.
man.
Because it's not. You know, you have to understand. Like it claims to be of sport. It's simulation. It's not a simulation. It's a game where animations just trigger. Like it's just
Yes,
animation triggers. It's just There's no simulation about it, right? It's like it's a game where animations trigger. You can't cancel animations, right? And based on what animation you get, like it's like RNG. You press the button. You know, like how in Apex you usually shoot a guy in the head and you get a headshot.
But it doesn't work like that.
Now imagine you shoot the guy, then it depends what animation your gun pulls out, and that determines the damage.
I've actually heard something like that about FIFA.
It's just animations
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
stacked together, so it's not competitive. That's fully RNG. That's why I'm saying it's not a good game. Yeah, but it's still better than the other stuff. All right. So now for FIFA to come out and say we're gonna make the best game, then it just goes to show they don't actually realize what's going on and how games work. Like it's just their greed that blinded them into making a stupid mistake. You know, the least they could do is develop their game, then start making demands, right? These guys started making demands, and they haven't developed, thought of developing, talked to a studio, none of that. They
And,
just had to shake down EA, and EA said, by the way, we don't need you like that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is there a current history of where a product has changed its brand name and still remained competitive as it was before the brand name changed? Like Coca-Cola calls itself, I don't know, XXX, whatever it is. Is there a history of that? I'd want to know. Even in the video game industry.
In the video game industry, not so much, but outside of it, very many companies get bought out and the
Can
name
you think
changes.
of one? Can you think of
Yeah.
one? Sure.
For example, okay, what do you mean, like actually changing the name of the company, remaining
Yeah,
the same,
just
but the
changing the
company
name.
getting bought out?
Just changing the name of the product. I give a good example of the Coca-Cola drink. Maybe it
Yeah.
becomes Scholastica. And still, people still say, like, Scholastica is a shit, like they said Coke is a shit. Is there a history
Yeah.
of that?
I mean, Facebook and Meta.
Facebook and Meta.
Yeah,
When did
there's
Facebook
that.
change its name? No, there's just like the company.
No, it's called.
Facebook is still
it's-
Facebook, is it?
The app is, but the company. Oh, you mean like the actual product that changed its
Yeah,
name?
the product, like the trademark. Because
Oh,
FIFA is a trademark.
okay.
That's what I'm looking for. Like what people identify it as.
That's an interesting one. That's a good question, actually. I've seen companies that a lot. I don't know about like actual brand, because generally that doesn't happen unless one either, what's it called? There's like a lawsuit, or there's like licensing. There's not many things. There's not many companies that rely on licensing. That's the interesting part, right?
Maybe my knowledge on this
Maybe-
is sharp, but do you remember when Nokia went under, then came back as Nokia Lumia? They still didn't lose the Nokia name.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Don't
saying.
lie.
Like, generally speaking, the only time companies do change their name is when they get bought out or they merge.
That's
Right.
okay. That is
But
actually
that
okay. I'm okay
does
with
that count? That happens all the time. All
No,
the
but
time.
for-
on the same
like
this
list.
case-
Southern Bell, Southern Bell and AT&T, all of that. Like when they got bought out, even they kept their name actually. Funny enough, but they merged in and added AT&T to the title.
Yeah.
There is
That's fair.
what's it called? Exxon, when Exxon and Mobil merged, it became Exxon
It
Mobil.
became ExxonMobil. Yeah, that's okay.
Um,
That's okay.
But for
Yeah.
this
That's actually
but
on the
for
same
this
track.
case, I was asking. But for this case, I mean, people still know. I mean, so long as that EA logo is playing at the
That shit's
at the
popping up. Yeah.
yeah, like people will still know it's a game from EA. Because
EA
technically,
Oh, as long
Sports.
as the EA it's in the game thing.
yeah, like yo, EA's FIFA,
Oh,
blah blah blah. I mean,
I don't
EA's
think
FC.
I pass.
See, maybe they'll like come
I
out
don't
with
think.
marketing, EA's FC or something like that.
Yeah, and you can imagine like I know a lot of people who play FIFA, watch FIFA FIFA YouTube videos. So like if EA pays the guy who makes the video to say this is the new thing, I mean I don't think they'll have so much problem getting traction of their new brand. But I was just curious to find if actually there is a trademark which changed the name completely and still remained as competitive as it was. That's what I was looking for, like a completely different game.
It's very rare
Name,
because
sorry.
like it's very rare because generally the only time you'd be
It is.
changing it is because now when your company either has gone under or there's like bad press or something. So like already
that's
at
a
that
good
point,
example. Bad press.
yeah, bad press. But you see now that it's not the same because literally
Yeah,
this
it's
is the
not.
most. They're getting bigger and bigger every year. They've made the most money this year. That's the crazy part. So they're literally in their prime.
Actually, speaking of getting bigger, did you see news that they were actually looking to do mergers or be sold? Yeah, recently it came out.
Yeah, it's because
They
of what's
wanted
happening with
Disney wanted.
Yeah,
to buy.
yeah,
Why
yeah,
does
yeah.
everyone want to sell?
Why does
it's not about that. It's
the question
everyone
is
wants
why
to
does
buy.
even Disney want to buy EA? That's a
Because
terrible
Mickey Mouse
thing.
has the money, bro.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the Mickey
not
Mouse has the go up.
it's so
But no,
that
the thing is, it's less about why does everyone want to sell. It's more or less the fact that people are willing to pay extortionate amounts of money for game studios. Because you saw what happened with
With
what's it
Microsoft.
called? Activision with
Microsoft.
with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bethesda. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you look at the valuations that Activision had prior to like the
The
takeover,
scandal. Yeah.
like bro, for the money they got them for, like even then they overpaid. So you realize, bro, if you're a game studio, generally what
overpaid.
happens is, hey, bro, by quite a bit.
They did
Even
not
with this,
overpay.
they definitely did. If you look at the actual assets, like the actual assets and the value of the company outside
It's
of,
not about assets, by the way.
I'm
I don't
aware,
think
I'm aware,
Microsoft.
but the tangibility of Activision's what's it called titles, right, is fully dependent. Everything's on a decline. Odds on a decline. What's it called?
Oh,
Stock
wow,
charts on a
that's
decline.
actually true. That is actually true.
Yeah. So the valuation that they had prior to the scandal was still lower than the money that they paid to get it. You understand? So if you're a studio now, you're thinking, okay, look, I can sell this company.
Oh, okay. I see where
I can sell my company. They literally pay me more than I could ever want.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they'll keep me here because they don't know, like they're buying the studio. They're not buying the name. You understand?
Yeah, it's
It's the
like
same
everyone
when-
wants to pull an Activision.
Yeah, when Facebook bought Instagram, they said, okay, all of you guys who are working here, come, you have a job with us now. Literally, nothing changes, but you pocketed like a cool 50 billion, like, you know.
Wait, do you
So,
feel
it's one
like
of those
maybe
things.
this is? Do you feel like maybe what you two are talking about right now is what maybe influenced FIFA to, like, try and bargain for more?
Like they were in a room.
Yeah,
And me and Harris are there like board members, and Harris is like, bro,
They're
did
like,
you see
"Oh,
that Activision sheet?
Microsoft
Oh.
bought. Huh?
Ah,
They're like, huh?
what do you own? What do you think we can sell? What about this FIFA, dude? Let's ask for $1 billion. And then he is like, no.
But
And
I
then he
think
gets angry
Microsoft,
and,
by the
yeah.
I think Microsoft should have bought EA. Like in terms of course, it's not good, but in terms of like a business-wise move, I think EA would have made them so much money. Do you know,
Hey,
like
yeah,
locking
it is,
FIFA to
yeah.
Xbox Game Pass? It will have been like the nail in the coffin. Like you have to pay for Xbox Game Pass. Nothing else. You
Yeah.
want to play, yeah. And plus all the other games that EA owns, Madden, I don't know, golf, I don't know what. Like EA has like its hands in a lot of franchises.
I mean, Apex as well, right?
Yeah, Respawn is owned by
Yeah.
EA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
So like, it's one of those things, yeah.
Mhm.
I think FIFA, you know, FIFA, let me tell you something. Like, I literally can almost guarantee there's some guys in a boardroom. These guys are making so much money off of our name. Ask them for more money. Then now it just spiraled
Why
out
does
of
that
control.
guy sound Asian? Do that again.
Now that you mentioned that, I like the current state of my affairs, not cancelled. But now the point is, yeah, like generally they just got greedy and they didn't realize what they're doing. Like you can't be playing hardball when you can't do anything. Like you're literally, it's not like you have an alternative, right? These were playing hardball, but they had nothing. Now maybe develop your game first, then start chatting like that, right?
Oh, yeah,
I
I
mean-
mean, get an idea of what it
I mean, by the even
Correct.
to add on to that point, I mean, he has spent a lot of years and a lot of money on building the technology to harness like the way FIFA is, like the way the players look realistic, the switch to frostbite, like all of these technologies. Do you think like just FIFA can just wake up one day and be like, oh, we are making our own football game, and then catch up to a company that has been making this game for over 20 years, probably has the most sophisticated softwares to make this game? Like, did these guys actually sit down and think about this, or did they get greedy like what you guys are saying? You know?
And most likely they got greedy.
Yeah, because when I'm looking at EA, because I remember when they shifted to Frostbite, I remember there was a very big difference, graphical change. Because I remember they shifted to Frostbite in FIFA 2017. I think that was the first Frostbite FIFA. And I remember like the difference between FIFA 17 and FIFA 2016 was like you could tell that this is a new engine, right? So, thinking of all of this, man, I'm like, wow. I don't think FIFA know what they are dealing with here. They just thought, oh, it's gaming. We can make games. Let's fucking do this.
They would release a 2D platformer, bro. I don't think
They think it's easy. They think it's actually they might actually be deluded, thinking it's
No,
this is
yeah. So someone who didn't know what the hell they're talking about.
Or-
Okay, that's generally like.
Maybe
Oh yeah, like
I have a
yeah,
conspiracy.
like,
or
Mario from accounting.
or
Yeah,
maybe they
yeah,
talked
yeah.
to or
Steve-O, it was Steve-O, bro.
maybe
Steve-O-
they
Steve-O
talked to
ruined
Nini.
everything.
Maybe they talked to Epic Games. Epic Games were like, we
Oh.
can make football with Unreal Engine. What do you need? Probably because Epic Games also, the way they are trying to force, like, I would say they're trying to force Unreal Engine to be the standard for games is kinda what are you guys
no,
getting
so-
at here?
Dude,
I think that
just
is-
like how you made this up and you actually had points to support it.
See,
Oh, that's so
I mean, look at this. Tencent,
shit.
the Tencent, the Chinese company, is obviously interested in infiltrating everything that is profitable. These guys have shares in Spotify. These guys have shares in Riot Games. They own the fucking Riot Games. So obviously, it's common sense. They might be interfering because I mean, ever since Epic Games like became big with Fortnite, there's been a lot of shakeups in the industry, in the game industry. Like, who would have thought one day you'll be waking up and finding like a game that used to cost $30 is being given out for free. Plus, Tencent
Yeah,
have
by the way,
mad
you're right.
money. Maybe they approached
But
FIFA and they was
but
like,
you might
hey,
also
by the way, we can pay you
Yeah.
to give us the license. We can pay you.
Wait,
then-
do you guys think it will go free to play?
What, FIFA?
Yeah, no. It's no
Would you
longer
like-
FIFA, man. EAFC.
EAFC. Nah,
EA Sports FC. That's the new name, man. Get used to it.
I don't think so.
What does that mean?
I don't think so. I mean, they're making so much
That would be
money.
really smart, actually. No, that would
That
be
would be
really
nice.
smart to do.
Yeah, that would be
That would be
very smart.
extremely smart to do, just to get people like even people who would not have played FIFA or to play
Like,
EAFC.
hey. Oh,
Literally.
but and use the model of Battle Royales like
Oh.
Apex. Apex is making
Yeah,
them
and
so
they
much
already
money.
announced. They already announced cross-platform. This
Holy
year,
shit.
even before this whole
Holy
before all of this shit happened. Right.
Wait,
so
yeah, FIFA has never been cross-platform.
nah, bro.
Never was.
Can't even play on the same console. Like
What do you mean,
cross generation
on
or
the same
cross
console?
gen. Cross gen. You can't even
you
play
can't
cross
play
gen.
against someone with a PS5 and you have a
Yeah.
it's,
You know, forget
compatible.
cross platform and cross gen.
Okay.
Dude, Sasa. I don't know, but I think they might be there because selling. But wait, does FIFA sell skins or something like that? Because me, I'm not
Packs
familiar.
for players.
Packs.
And as FIFA
Packs
sales
for
skins.
players.
Yeah, like you see there, the cosmetics. Let's say cosmetic items. FIFA to play.
I have
FIFA
no
to
idea,
play
man.
like Fortnite by Epic Games. What the fuck does that mean? FIFA to play like Fortnite by Epic Games. I don't know, but I don't know what Martin Rose means. Maybe like elaborate on that point. I don't know how lucrative it will be, but it's a smart move. I agree. By the way, in making the game free, by the way, it can spread the name
Would you play it?
rapidly. I mean, I'm not a FIFA. I'm not a football fan, man. So, like, I'm not like a FIFA
Oh,
fan.
you're not a fool.
I'm not even a football fan
okay.
as much. So, but I mean,
Funny thing,
dude, free to play. Like, hey, you can get on online and be like, yo, we uko Meru, si ulikuwa unahepa ndakutandika mse, ingia saa hii online tupatane. You see,
ulikuwa unaongea mbaya,
unaongea mbaya.
juu uko Meru, ingia online uonyeshe.
Saa hii game ni free, au hakuna
nitakununulia nikuchape nazo.
Hakuna excuses. So you see such arguments can pop up. So yeah, I see. But that depends with how lucrative the cosmetics are in FIFA. But I mean, they make mad
I don't
money.
think they sell what do you call them?
Foot points.
FIFA Ultimate Pack. Foot. Because of FIFA Ultimate Team or something. That sells them.
Wait. Here's what are foot points used for, by the way?
Opening packs. Literally only opening packs.
Basically, it's like the way
Wait,
Apex
RNG
works.
based. I heard the RNG.
Very. It's fully gambling.
Oh shit.
It's the way like Apex
gambling.
works. It's the same way as Apex works. Apex,
that is pretty
Yeah,
like
Apex.
nice.
And you guaranteed like a heirloom after a while.
I
No, don't
hey,
need
say
packs.
I've been playing
I know.
since day one. I've never gotten an heirloom.
Yeah,
But isn't that like?
an heirloom.
Wasn't that at a point in time some at least some level of standardization with the gambling?
They
I mean,
actually said that,
people
but,
complained, but I've not seen.
I don't think the
change.
fix was.
The only way to
I believe if
guarantee
anything,
it.
it's so hard. It's to
The only
buy.
way to guarantee
It's
it,
to
I
buy the
was
shard.
told, was to clear all the white stuff. So like legendary, they have colors. Legendary is orange and gold. I don't know. Blue
But they keep
stuff.
adding so many, bro.
So I was told
you
like
seen?
try to clear as many white things as possible to increase the chances of.
Ah,
So I was told that
getting like something better.
yeah, which basically involves you buying the battle pass. It's as simple as that
Ah,
because
fuck
you need
me.
crafting.
I'm so
metal.
glad. I'm so glad I'm not really interested in cosmetics in video games. I think I'd be broke. Shit. Dude, can you imagine? Like, I've seen people. I saw someone did a video on how they spent 1,738 USD
On
on
what?
the Apex. What do you call them?
Apex
To
coins.
get all the heirlooms. To get all the heirlooms, they had to spend that much.
And how much?
1,738.
If I told you that's
Those are-
pocket change on FIFA and that doesn't guarantee you shit,
Yeah,
would you believe me?
I've seen the horror stories in FIFA.
No, I've said
give
based
us-
on literally spent £15,000. Pounds, not dollars, pounds. Right?
Yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah. Pounds.
Dude,
pounds.
there's someone, actually
Jesus.
someone, an interesting story behind the FIFA monetization. There's an article of a guy who had spent around 10,000. I think it was 10,000 pounds. Of course, he was rich, but he asked for EA to give him or them statement of the expenditure. The most interesting thing is they noted that EA refers to him as a whale in the documentation they provided.
You've been spending spending so much money until they even
think I can
categorize
get
you
the
as
article,
as an investment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how much must you be spending though? Well, but guys, yo, you need to remind yourself this is just a game at the end of the day, man. So, where?
I don't think video games can be referred to that anymore. It's not just a game, bro.
It's just a
It is
game.
really not just a game. It is not.
Try other game.
It is no longer. This is no longer.
How is
think I
Valorant with
found
Nini?
that.
I've started playing Valorant. I've not checked its store yet. I've not seen like the way they are pricing their stuff.
It's not that deep. You know, the thing is, FIFA is pay to win, right? Because you literally get players who are better than what you are by opening packs. Valorant
damn.
is strictly cosmetic. You get no advantage
Oh, okay,
at all.
so actually found a good article on this. One
post
player
it
told
on
Kotaku
references?
that is. It's actually a PDF.
No,
I
it's
can
fine.
never
Just
find anything in your what? In your Discord.
channel above. Come on, man.
No, you actually have to clear this up.
You've cleared most useless channels.
No, you haven't cleared. Take out some things, man. What is clickbait?
It's where I post
There you
clickbait
go.
stuff. Alright.
No, you need to do better, Brian. You need to do better. But okay, there it is. Just look for the word whale. Anyway, on page 27, one player told Kotaku that he's what game companies would consider a whale, a term for players who spend a lot of microtransactions. When I got older and a job, I started to buy microtransactions myself. I would say I'd spend over 500 euros on RuneScape Holy shit, RuneScape!
What is RuneScape?
What?
What is that?
No, the mobile game. Come on.
I'm just hearing it
What?
of it right now. I've heard the name, but I'm not sure. I wasn't sure what it is.
I think it's a mobile. It must be a mobile game. It must be
Probably.
a mobile game.
Loot box addiction. Okay. So you're telling me I find
You know, that one's the majority of them are just cosmetics, right? You can always argue, yeah, it's just people who have no control. But with FIFA,
What do
if you're a
people
pro,
have no
if you wanna be
control?
if you wanna be a pro player on FIFA, you literally have to spend 10,000
Yeah, you
pounds
do.
when the game drops.
I can't even imagine. Yeah, you actually might have to.
You know, you have to. You no, you have to. Like that's the standard for
Dude,
competitive
like,
playing in
but
FIFA.
FIFA is so,
If you
it's
don't, you'll have
crazy
nobody to
simple,
play
FIFA.
with.
FIFA is crazy.
You'll have
popular.
nobody.
Let's see what number is doing right now on Twitch. FIFA is crazy, man. Who is it? What? Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, 36,900 people currently watching a FIFA stream. It's usually up there, man. Top 10 most time. That should tell you, man, how popular it is. Crazy popular. video. So addictive.
FIFA. But I mean, it's football.
There's a
Do you feel like his addiction comes
a-
with the love of football? Or
No, it has
What?
nothing to. The majority of FIFA players don't even watch football.
Yeah, they don't. I think anyone can be addicted to anything, bro. Just depends on how it is presented to you, on how you
which
interact.
brings
It's like saying if you're addicted to Genshin Impact, you're somewhere in another life or some shit like that.
No, I'm not saying crazy. I'm not
Would
doing
you say-
crazy
would
stuff
you
like
say
that.
now-
maybe you are just having fun in Genshin.
No, but I mean, yeah, but I meant like I was supporting your point by saying like just cause you can get
Wait,
addicted
did
to
you actually say
anything.
that? Or did you just
What?
say that? That's a cool line.
No, I'm
That's a
saying
cool
no,
line.
because no. Generally speaking, like when you said you can get addicted to anything, that's what I meant. Like you can get addicted to Genshin
Yeah.
Impact, but you can't have real life experience with Genshin Impact.
You can't. You actually can't.
So would you argue the games are better than the real life game?
Than
Football,
real life gaming. 100%.
Yeah, like than the real life
Agree.
game,
I wouldn't
than the real life game. Like maybe it's Formula One, right? And you have like a sim, like a racing sim rig you've built up. Or
Oh,
most
okay.
people have it. Would you argue that the game is more fun than actually being in the
I
game?
would.
Nah. You know,
Me, I would.
the issue with games is this, right? You can't compare it to real life because the majority of games are still stuck on that thing for it. You press this button, this animation happens, right? That's not a simulation. Yeah, that's like unless you get like a proper like flight sim or like maybe one of those fun sim rigs are cool. But generally speaking, like everything is limited to a certain amount of animations that are out of your control. Like you literally can't do anything about it. It just is.
I think this is why I say AI might be the next frontier in video games. If AI can fucking draw, have you seen these AIs that can fucking draw paintings up in here, man, and they're really good. So I'm wondering if they can implement the same technologies to make AIs that can make the game better and can create narratives in the game, like unique narratives depending on the player. Maybe you fall in love with this one, and then for another person, another person tells you, hey, me, I killed mine. I killed my own wife in the game, so, and the AI goes with it. It maybe compares real life stories of psychopaths and links it back to you and be like, such stuff. Like when it gets to that point where like the game is so convincingly accurate to real life, like the way GTA RP is addictive because of the role playing. People are getting married. I think I was telling Slati, I told like Slati the way I walked into a stream of Saikuno, and there were people getting married in the church, and this
Yeah.
and this guy was refused. Like the chick said no, and this guy went out crying. It was raining. He took his car and ran away. You see? So I'm saying such stuff.
No,
I don't know. If it gets to that point,
Now you've gone crazy. Now
It's
you've
actually
lost
wild, man. It's so wild.
it.
so
That point
imagine
you've lost it.
Sasa,
Now.
if it gets to that point, Sasa, where the video games are the narratives are so addictive, or the way the game is designed is so good, like you can experiment being in a relationship because an AI can pretty much, if you like give an AI all the human love stories, I'm pretty sure it can mix up and come up with accurate predictions of where a relationship can end. So imagine now if that kind of an AI was implemented in a video game, and someone
But
be like,
generally,
I have this
generally,
chick.
it don't AIs like make sense, bro. Humans don't make sense half the time. Let's be real. There's one thing
Wait,
humans are bad at is making sense.
wait, but did you see but there was do you know there was an AI chat app that you could chat with, like talk to it about your feelings, and it will be accurate, like it was accurately replying to you what you know, like what it thought
I
about
wouldn't
you.
be surprised. Like, all you have to do is take a look at this weeb culture shit, bro. Like, people were getting like fully accustomed to like anything at this point. Like,
But now,
so I mean,
now we go back to that point of like the game can be so surreal that real life is no longer real to you. Like real life is like, no, let me go back in the game. I have a girlfriend in the game and she loves me and we want to go in, you know, especially with the rise of VR and, you know, stuff. I feel like you can
yeah,
get
of
there.
course. You know, definitely, definitely.
Kalium99 is saying basically free guy. Yeah, basically something like that. But in free guy, see, the AI just became smart and knew that it was
It's not
an
even
AI.
far fetched, man. That's the crazy part.
You're
Not like,
afraid of
you
what is
can't say it's
coming.
impossible. I
This
mean,
is
video
why
games
we
are getting
say
out of hand, bro.
this
They
is why
really
we
are.
say curiosity is a double-edged sword. You don't know what you're actually tampering with. Because I mean, you know, the problem is if we look at ourselves as human beings, let's be realistic. We are not that unique in terms of thought. Like most people can be grouped into one group and be like, these people think like this, these people think like this, these other people think like this. And it's not, it's, you see, that's the problem. If you can classify or cluster things into data sets, it's so easy to come up with a predictable model. A good example is targeted ads. If you Googled about something yesterday night, Google is smart enough. The AI in Google is smart enough to detect maybe you want to buy this tomorrow. Or suggests for you videos you need to watch and you'll be addicted to them. You know, like the way they say YouTube is a rabbit hole. 1 minute you're watching this video, the next minute you're 3 hours in. Down the rabbit hole, you've watched like 10. Right? Like it's absolutely insane. I don't know.
It is crazy.
Yeah. But it's crazy that video games are holy fuck, man. Maybe that's why Disney, or maybe that's why maybe FIFA they're trying to like, you know, build their own game as well. But I don't think like again me I don't
They'll
think
never catch up. They'll never catch up. They're
yeah,
like they're so far behind. People like consistency. But like every year, you know, your budget is $60 to buy your FIFA. Like
But
all
it's
the
not
boys are
60
buying
anymore.
FIFA.
Like 70 nowadays.
What?
Yeah, FIFA is $70.
Jesus.
What do you
Fuck.
say?
77 he's saying FIFA
FIFA
is
is
70
$70.
$70.
$70.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the
Like
new
when it's
normal
console.
new,
edition.
like on launch.
Like the standard
launch.
edition.
Yeah, the standard edition,
Standard edition
on
is
PS5 and Series X and Series S.
Oh,
$70, bro.
holy fuck, man. That's
that's
a lot of
something
money.
else, bro.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the future here? Well, I don't know. Maybe EA might continue their streak of success. Me,
I
Oh,
think they
yeah,
will.
definitely will. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
they
will.
will. They will.
but I think these are the repercussions of Microsoft buying.
They're gonna have to really screw it up to
But
fumble this
you got,
bag. They
dude,
have.
it's sort of insane. Like Activision actually raped their own employees and still went on to make money, to make bank. What does it really take to bring down these companies which make so many video games and so much money? Nothing, bro.
Having different opinions and with the Western ideas. That's all it takes.
Yo, that's yeah. Oh shit. And
Yeah,
that's actually
that's
true.
it.
And
That's it.
speaking of
Yeah,
China,
yeah.
speaking of China,
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't mess with
Oh,
China.
I've seen your
And
I've seen
it
your
would be good.
article. I've seen
Yeah,
your
you're
article
fine.
for the EA buyout. Apparently from Tech Time, a website called Tech Times. I've posted it on references again. EA acquisition execs in talks with Apple Disney for upcoming merger. Electronic Arts EA is also looking to sell its company to the highest bidder on and focus on merging its operation with its future partner to continue its game development from its famous franchises blah blah blah. Rumors are now spreading that it mentioned the names Apple, Disney, Microsoft to be some of the of who are considering the EA acquisition. I think Microsoft should jump on this deal because if they let Apple take this can be a problem. Probably. I don't trust Apple with anything gaming. They don't have a good track record. Especially.
Can you imagine like if Apple buys EA? Of course, Apple can buy anything,
fuck
but
up.
they tend not
Yeah,
to.
I just need to know how now they're gonna manage to play the games on their own devices.
If Apple buys anything of yours, know that your wife is leaving you soon. Look at Dr. Dre.
But I don't know. Hey, Disney.
Can you imagine can you imagine an EA game with Apple in collaboration? Fuck, that shit would be expensive.
It'll be expensive. You won't be able to do shit in that game.
Brian, we are playing Apex all of a sudden, and all of a sudden you need iTunes to revive you.
You need your Apple ID. No, you need your Apple ID to think.
You need your Apple ID, bro.
You log into a different computer, iCloud lock.
Dude, fuck Apple.
That would be insane, man.
Martin Ross is saying,
And that shit is so boring. You can't even wait. What is it you can't change about in iPhones? The theme. You can't change the
You
theme.
can't do anything in almost any compared to like really anything. You can't download stuff from Safari directly. You can't.
Holy shit.
You can't load applications unless you go through a whole side loading process, and even that's not
you
even
can't
technically
side load.
legal.
Dude, I live on side loading.
You literally can't. You can't stream stuff. You can't stream stuff like torrents. You can't change your theme. You can't repair your phone on your own.
Basically, Apple. I think how Apple became successful is by being the strict parent who gives you everything you want, but is strict enough.
It's the hype. It's the hype. No, it's the hype. It's the hype. It's the hype.
Yeah.
The hype.
Apple
They do
deep
make
down.
good.
Hype.
They do make good products. I won't lie, but
They started making industry leading products. No, the thing is, their phones were the best, and they fell off. But since they made the best ones, they were carried by that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually, like they brought it back. Now the industry leading again. But there was a period in time where, like the iPhone 7 that came out so many years later was literally a worse phone than the Google Nexus that came out in 2012.
But I don't know. Hey, Microsoft should jump on this one. I think Microsoft might jump because Microsoft is very iffy when it comes to other companies that are not involved in their technology space. Because I even remember, like I think we talked about this with Slatty. I even remember telling Slatty like the inspiration for Microsoft creating the Xbox was, why do they want an Asian company in the homes of American households? Like they wanted everything Microsoft. So that is what prompted the development of Xbox. So probably they'll be like, hey, Disney. Disney, and then they screwed us. You know, in Microsoft, remember the Groove Music? The Groove Music, the
Groovy.
default player. No, Groove Music. The default player for MP3s in Microsoft. I mean, if you're using Windows, it's called Groove Music.
I remember
There was a time they tried selling music, and apparently it became so difficult negotiating these record labels that they just stopped. That's why you see them promoting Spotify. You know, because they would rather promote Spotify than promote Apple Music. If you were to
Apple
launch
Music sucks.
If you were to launch Groove Music right now, it's going to at the bottom corner. If you're connected to the internet and you launch Groove Music right now, at the bottom corner you will see a Spotify icon Apple saying stream millions of songs for free. Get Spotify. So, I mean, even Windows 11 is already integrated with Spotify. Like when you click on your start, there's tabs. There's literally like a bar there's like a tab there that will show you like, are you in this mood? Get to listen to this type of playlist on Spotify. So, probably Microsoft might jump on this because, of course, they don't have a good relationship with Apple in the first place. And obviously, who wants Disney in the gaming space? Those are motherfuckers who should just stay in their own like field. So in as much as I think from like what we've been talking about today, in as much as I do love the idea that gaming is becoming mainstream, it also comes with its own problems. Next thing you know, Netflix will want to buy EA. You don't know, because right now Netflix is on
EA and chill, bro. EA and chill.
Yeah, I don't know. Martin Ross is saying I think FIFA wants more fans because they want to make the World Cup game after every 2 years rather than in 4 years.
Oh, they want to do the World Cup every 2 years, but fuck the World Cup. It's so boring.
The
So much
question
corruption behind
is,
it. Wait, wasn't the World Cup supposed to happen in Russia? I'm sure that won't happen.
That one already.
skipped.
Putin messed everything up.
The question is, he's saying the question here is, do they not make money from the World Cup? Kalium is saying,
I don't think they do anymore.
You can't play anything on Apple Play. Marketing is key in Apple. I don't know, man. I don't know about EA and World Cup. I'm not really like a big follower. I think maybe Hesse is the one who knows. Are these rumors are correct?
Yeah.
They plan to make World Cup
Say that
every 2
again?
years. Martin
Who?
Ross is saying
FIFA?
FIFA wants to make World Cup.
Oh yeah, bro. See
2
that whole
years.
thing plus the
Nuts.
Super Leagues every 2 years. Yeah, that just
Oh,
kills all the hype.
so basically, they're trying to copy. I think what's happening is they may be seeing the profitability of like the NFL, the way it's yearly.
Yeah, but it will get to a
the
point
Super Bowl.
where we'll get to a
Yeah.
point where like the World Cup, the countries that host the World Cup, like it's very rare that they're profitable unless they already have the infrastructure. This idea for building stadiums and shit, yeah, it's not worth it anymore. They're gonna have a problem finding someone to host the tournament. That's the issue now.
You're
gonna have a hard time finding people to host the tournament.
How important the stadium is.
No, players can work from home, bro. They can work from home and play the matches.
Yeah, you can play FIFA.
They can just
Can
make
play FIFA.
robots. They can just make robots that
Yeah.
they can be tied to motion.
But I really don't think the
Wait.
traditional
Have you
sports
imagine that?
will
No,
be
no.
as
They
popular.
imagine that. They make robots, and then the players are given motion capture suits. They play the game in
They'll
their
never
house.
get tired. Wow.
They play the game in their house, but the movement is being downloaded to the robots in the game. I mean, in the
I'm sure
field.
someone is thinking of that.
Like,
Someone must be thinking of that.
You literally have a situation. Where
Eh,
you will get the 11 best players ever to play football on whichever team does that first.
that's like mad.
Like-
There couldn't half time, nothing. The robots don't get tired.
Bro, you
Let's
don't
go.
get tired. No, even you running in place, bro. I am doing bicycle kicks on my bed.
Oh my god. Lakini sasa of course there's someone who might hack and plug in a nini, like a software cheat. Hey, run yourself.
Joystick.
Hacking in the World Cup.
Hacking an
Hacker.
AI.
Cheater.
No, an AI.
Aimbot.
An
Aimbot,
AI
bro.
that is aimbotting, bana. It's aiming. Bah! I'm pretty sure there might be something like that.
Just goes you to show like how much traditional sports are struggling. I mean, the World Cup every 2 years. I mean, there is a time when the World Cup was the end of the world. It was so popular, man. You remember when France won, Italy, the one in SA, as far as I can remember, is the one that had real hype. The Tamina one.
Chamina.
Chamina.
This guy just said Tapinamina instead of Chamin.
Yeah, that one.
No, but I think it comes down to the fact that people don't even play sports like that. That's
I
the
think they
issue.
were copying. I think maybe they were copying the NFL app. The World Cup,
People just fell off.
always had theme songs. They got that from the
But
Super Bowl halftime.
You
show.
can't compare
No.
FIFA.
They never used to have
NFL.
theme songs. It's because of what's it called? It's for it to be like an experience, like a viewing experience. They got that shit from the Super Bowl.
Of course, they copied the Americans. Because I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Since when did
People
we
don't
start
watch the Super
making-
Bowl for the game. They watch it for the halftime show.
But I've been seeing a lot of changes
yeah.
in the
Holy
Premier
shit.
League. Like it's becoming
That's
more
actually true.
modern in terms of like even the songs. Because I remember the theme song for the Premier League last season. I don't know which season it was. The one that was like a hip hop track and some house music.
They've been doing that, yeah, no. But those are. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's like everything is slowly mushing together to be literally the same thing, which is unfortunate by all metrics. Like, there's no difference anymore. It's like everything just became one global. Like, it's like this is the standard. You have a tournament, you have to get someone to sing at halftime. So weird.
I think maybe I've seen these robotic fights. Have you seen those championships of people controlling robots in a ring and fighting? I think UFC might be replaced by something like that. Because why the fuck would I want to be like hit in the body where I can just control like a fucking robot. Have you seen this Netflix? Watch this Netflix Love, Death and Robots? There was like this Sky
Yeah, I just
episode.
finished it.
Yeah, there was this Sky episode where there was this chick controlling like a creature with a sharp
Yeah, I
tail.
remember it.
Yeah, I think that's where we are heading. But instead of creatures, it's going to be robots. You'll be like, hey, I designed a robot for you to fight. Get him in. And they'll be like, the robot is only as good as the pilot. You know, like a Jaeger, like a Pacific Rim, but now on a smaller scale. Maybe the guy is just seated on the, but physically, maybe they're physically in the same space, but they're on other ends and they are connected to like mock-ups. And they'll be like, let's fight. Let's see who has the best kicks. Right? I can see it going there. Man. Because I've seen some people in the UFC who have retired having mental problems. So,
Oh,
yeah, because they
get
knocked,
it,
get knocked in the head
CTE.
so much.
Yeah, CTE. Even American football. It hit enough times in the head.
tunaona sasa.
Developing
But it's crazy.
brain bleeds.
Imagine there's it's probably like a motherfucker somewhere seated and has that same idea. It's like, what if I make UFC for robots? You know? But that would be more fun
like
to watch.
money.
Like, you can crash your opponent, tear his head.
And then the robots have swords.
Yeah, I mean, you come
And
to the ring.
flamethrowers. They must have swords and flamethrowers. I would watch that shit.
You come to the
I'll
ring
watch
with
that
your own
shit, man.
weapons, eh? Like, what's your
Yeah.
specialty? What's your robot specialty? Mine is
And they can hold like a firearm or something.
yeah.
Either you have the ball or you are getting shot at. Or getting banned. Or getting hacked with a sword.
Oh my god.
They can
that
have
would-
chainsaws. Chainsaws for arms. The robots can have chainsaws for arms. Yes. I
And
like
you
where
know
this
that-
is going. Yes.
That would be like copying the video game model where it's like the robot is like your real life avatar now. Like usually you have a character in game that looks,
Yeah.
you've customized him.
And the
Now
robots fly, Brian. And the robots fly.
You have like a Valk one, the one that your ability
Yeah,
is
yeah.
flying and throwing
They are
bombs.
all
in the
Valk ones. They are all Valk ones. So they have, number one, they have chainsaws for arms. They can fly. They have guns. They have flamethrowers. Say I'm sold. Don't even bring the football. Just have them fight. I'll watch that shit to death.
That will
Oh,
be
that
our,
would be actually so sick.
that will be
If
a
that is the
world
future,
ruled
man,
by,
I'm all in.
that will be a
Right.
world ruled by IT guys, technology guys.
Oh yeah, that's
Hey.
that would be so. And Apple, every time Apple gets beat, whenever they bring their robot, it's like we are stuck on. Oh, I need what, you know, like it can't work with
Apple
what
ID.
USB type, whatever
Apple-
Apple uses. Yeah, the engineers they are like, oh my god, the Apple ID doesn't work. Of course, it doesn't work. That would be so nice. That would actually be
No
so
lightning
nice.
cable, no party.
Yeah, no, yes, that's the cable. But sir, we forgot the lightning cable. Use a USB Type C. No, sir, we don't use that standard. No.
No, they will
And
be
that shit
like,
gets
eh?
banned.
Or the battery runs out, or the battery fucks up during a match,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh my god, we cannot replace him. We have to buy a new robot. Like his parts are
No.
proprietary. We cannot find replacement parts for
But
him."
sir, we don't do. Our products are not repairable. We need to get a new one.
That should be better.
I like how this has just turned to us shitting on Apple. I like that. That's how mature we are.
That should be a thing, say. Hey,
Yeah,
that should be
that should be
better
a
thing.
thing.
Someone should figure out like the way you can, be a pilot of a fucking Jaeger bot, eh? And we have like a stadium-sized arena of Titan Jaegers fighting
And
in there, man.
they just took it out. That would be the hands down the most popular thing on earth. I shit you not. That thing would be bigger than the Beatles. Even Jesus. It would be bigger than the Jesus.
Especially with how
That
mock-up,
would be proper fun.
especially with how motion capture has become very good nowadays. Right?
Yeah,
You've seen
man.
like the likes of Akina Thanos. I mean, Thanos, like Thanos
Yeah.
from Avengers is, but Jesus, that thing looks like a real
Seriously,
person.
so good.
Yeah, if you run into him on the street, you'd ask for a picture.
Yeah, man.
Man.
I can't believe they actually made a pink or a purple bad guy and work.
And it worked,
Please.
say, and it actually
Oh,
worked.
well.
And-
Well, these people are out of their minds. Like they took their shit seriously. They understood what they must do and they did it. So yeah, man.
But wait, but have you seen some of the
So,
animations on that Love, Death and Robots? My God, they are
yeah,
so
I have,
good.
I have.
I'm like,
Wait, have you
wow.
watched the latest episode?
Which one? The crab
The
one,
series?
the one on the
The
sea.
crab one. Oh,
Don't.
the crab one. Oh, the crab one is the best. That was the
You
best
should
if you
watch
ask me.
that thing, man. Those
That
love.
one and the Cthulhu one. The Cthulhu one was. I wasn't expecting that.
It's a series
That was actually
on
good. Yeah.
Netflix called Love, Death and Robots. It's basically
I think he
episodes
knows
of
it.
different
Gotcha.
stories. Man, you should
Make sure,
Really,
make sure you are not.
some Black Mirror classic.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
actually has an idea what it is.
but most of them are CGI. Some of them, okay, we're saying animated because they're CGI, but they're really good. They're like, realistic, kabisa. It's like live action, but of course it's CGI. But fuck, man, holy
I've always
shit!
been a fan of. I've always been a fan of those little story episodes because I feel like you can. I hate when things are drawn out. That's why I don't watch series like that. That's death. And let me bookmark that.
Yeah, that's the series for you. So just start watching it, man. Hey, man, it's so entertaining. Some episodes are, of course, not going to be that good, but some are just extraordinary. You're like, what is this CG? How much time did they spend rendering this fucking crab? This thing looks real, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, Kalem is saying season 3 is fire. Yeah, it's really good, man. Really good. Netflix, man. Fix your shit. Fix your shit. I don't know what's happening to Netflix right now, but probably we'll talk
Because
about
we all watched it on Netflix. We all watched it on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me I watched it on Netflix.
Fuck,
So-
man. Yeah, I watched it on Netflix too. Wink, wink. Yes. Watched it
But
on
yeah,
Netflix.
man. We've come to the end of the show, man. Hefty, Slati, thanks for coming up, man. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I mean, this was a chill one. We were not even talking about FIFA as much, but we become
Yeah,
Joe
there's not
Rogan.
much to say. Yeah.
We become Joe Rogan, eh? We were
We're
talking,
talking about flat out of nowhere.
eh?
Wait,
Typically everything.
wait, do his podcasts end up with him just talking about flat earth? I've heard that. Oh my god, it's really.
Dude, they
It's all
usually...
just you know it diverts to DMT, but every story diverts
Oh
to
yeah,
DMT.
it's like a pseudoscience kind of guy.
Every time it's Drew. Have you used Drew? But hey, when Mike Tyson came,
like
those guys like, how are you
DMT.
doing? How's your life going? Then the
All of
DMT
a
story
sudden.
started and it went for 30 minutes. Even got tired.
But I like the way they're usually like, they're about a certain topic and then it changes, it becomes about the past.
But-
It
it
but-
just
becomes...
fall down a hole.
But that is how life is like. You know, like
Yeah.
you just go for detours. So that's like pretty natural. That's neat stuff, man. That's actually nice. That's actually how conversations happen.
Yep. Anyway, man,
Yeah.
it was fun, man. It was fun, man. Let's see. I'll try and find another topic for you. In future.
No worries, bro. You just let me know anytime.
Right, sure, man. Go support Hersey as well. I think I can pull up his YouTube channel on the screen. He's a
Yeah.
Fortnite guy. I think he was also commentating on Valorant. Started playing it. It's kind of fun by day.
I found it's fun.
I've been enjoying it. It's chill
Valorant
by
is
day.
a blast.
It's like chill. No, kuna mambo mingi yani.
It is the point and shoot. Straightforward as it comes.
But
I
yeah,
just saw
this
bro-
is his channel on the screen. As you can see, go subscribe to him. He does a
Yep.
lot of streaming stuff. He's one of the earlier esports guys in Kenya. I think I also discovered him together with Davy K. But I think we met with you, Hersey, in a Fortnite match where Swahili Gamer introduced us.
Yeah.
I've remembered. Oh my god,
there's a
that's so
time-
long ago.
yeah. It's been a minute, bro.
Jesus.
Quite a long time ago. There was a time. I
You?
yeah. Sorry about that. There was a time. Did I get called Sonu?
So who?
Sonu Mafia.
I think I've heard that name. It sounds familiar. Probably I know him. It's
Yeah,
just that.
It was. We were playing. It was. We were in the same party with him and the farm when I met you.
Oh.
I still remember. I actually remember that day. Funny enough.
But yeah, man, go check his stuff out, bro. Remember, if you're watching this on Twitch, for the guys who are on Twitch, but thanks for coming through. Kaliam and Martin Rose. You can always make sure also you subscribe to our YouTube as well. We have our own YouTube channel. We separated. We just made the Millennial Talk have its own space so that everything cannot be cluttered. So be sure to also subscribe to the Millennial Talk as well. And listen to the podcast after tomorrow morning. It should be up on all the podcast platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon Music. I don't know. There's others that I don't even know where people get the time to listen. I don't even know how those. I just know they're there, like in a cast box. I don't even know why Spotify like uploads your episodes to those sites as well. I mean Anchor, not Spotify, Anchor. And yeah, if you want to create a free podcast, you use Anchor. There's someone who asked me how I host, so use Anchor. And yeah, for the people listening, if you listen to the end, thanks for listening. Remember the show goes live every Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m. East African time. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say other than I think I should see you all in the next one. Slightly has already been left. So yeah, peace out, guys. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Right.